is the concept of life? Why do we live to die? Why would anyone plant a garden they know will fade by winter? This was the question I asked my grandmother one spring morning as she knelt in the cell, pressing seed into the earth with practiced hands. She looked up at me, dirt beneath her fingernails, and smiled without answering. I watched her walk and felt the weight of the question settle deeper. If everything dies, if every bloom will wither and every leaf will fall, what is the point of planting anything at all? What is the point of living if we are only walking towards our end? Spring gave way to summer and the garden transformed. Tomato vines climbed their stakes, heavy with fruits that my grandmother shared with neighbors who stopped by to talk over the fence. She cut fresh flowers for the kitchen table each morning, their fragrance filling the house. She taught me the names of herbs, basil, thyme, rosemary, and showed me how to rub their leaves between my fingers to release their scent. The garden became more than plants. It became a small gathering where memories took root alongside the vegetables. Birds built nests in the branches. Bees moved drowsily from bloom to bloom. Life accumulated in that small plot of earth. Then autumn arrived as it always does. The leaves turned gold and papery. The air grew crisp. Together, my grandmother and I harvested the last of the vegetables, filling baskets with what remained.
You've got a good eye for ripe ones, my dear.
I learned from the best.
As we walked in the fading light, I asked her again, why do all of this when winter will erase it? Why tend something so carefully when its end is certain? She straightened slowly, a basket balanced on her hip, and finally gave me her answer. She told me she did not garden despite the winter. She gardened because of it. Knowing that her time with these plants was limited made every bloom more precious, every harvest more meaningful, every moment in this soil more sacred. The intemporariness was not a flaw in the design. It was what gave the garden its value. We do not live to die, she said. We live because we die. Mortality is not what diminishes life. It is what makes life matter. Spring came again, but my grandmother was not there to see it. I stood alone in the garden where she had worked for so many years, holding seeds in my palm, feeling their lightness and their possibility. I knelt in the same soil and pressed them into the earth, continuing what she had begun. The cycle moved forward, shaped and enriched by what had come before. Life is not measured by its duration, but by its depth. We are not here to last forever. We are here to matter while we have the chance. The garden taught me this. Every seed planted is an act of faith. Every moment lived fully is an answer to the question of why we are here. We live not in spite of our mortality, but in conversation with it. We live because the alternative is to waste the precious limited time we have been given. And that, I have learned, will be the only true strategy. Thank you, and please follow for more.